the one, the only Benzion. Okay, good evening and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube. Iyun Benzion. Today's daf is Nazir Mem Gimel, number 43. We are post-Purim over here. I drank almost a whole bottle of Bartanura, if you know what that is. Moscato, white Moscato from Italy. Almost, not exactly what what do they call it? What that drink? I forget the name of the drink. Asti. Asti is a region in northwestern Italy, I believe, where it's special drink, which is, I think, produced from Moscato grapes. So Bartanura is not exactly produced in Asti. It's a different region of Italy it comes from. It's actually from Italy. So it's pretty close to Asti. It's bubbly, sweet, white wine, Moscato grapes. I'm a big fan. Most people like this. I drank almost a whole bottle. Didn't really do anything to me, but it was Yotze, I guess, right? You drink most of a bottle. I want to talk today. The end of the Gemara, Mem Gilum and Aleph. The Gemara brings a brisa, which seemingly contradicts an interpretation that Rish Lakish has. Let's start actually with the brisa in the middle of the daf. Tana Rabbanan, the last word of the line, Tana Rabbanan, Heichalo ad shashi yamos. Rebbe Omer b'mosam yitam ad shiyamos. They both say that when it comes to becoming tamei, a Nazir and a Kohen are forbidden to come in contact with a corpse, with tuma, right? So this brisa says two opinions. They're just two different derivations. How do you know the person has to be fully dead? Not like the Gemara talks about a ghost is, he's on his deathbed, he's almost dead, or he's fatally wounded, but he's not actually dead yet. Dead yet probably is talking about where his brain stops to work, your heart stopping to work, right? It's not your death. Your brain is where you live. You live with your bechira. That's where your brain, that's where your life is. So when you stop thinking when there's brain death, then you're actually dead. But until that point, you're not completely dead. So the Tanakama learns it out from the word leichalo, which is talking about a Kohen. A Kohen, right? He can't be mechalel himself. He can't come in contact with a corpse and debase himself. And B'mosam is talking about a Nazir. Nazir can't come in contact with Tuma when the person is dead. So it's the same thing. According to Rabbi Yochanan, it's the same thing. It's just two different derivations of the same thing. According to Reish Lakish, there's actually a practical difference between them. Goses yikawinai. Afilo goses. From the word hechalo, right? Even a goses, even if he's not completely dead, he's about to die. That's also a Kohen's forbidden to come in contact with him. According to Mandar B'mosam, he has to actually be dead. Now, this is only according to Reish Lakish, so it's not according to Halach. According to Halach, he has to be fully dead. Ghost is not included. But according to Reish Lakish, there would be a practical difference. There's a practical difference, and I believe this is true. This at the end of the Gemara, where the Gemara actually quotes a brisa, Mesivei, about 5 lines from the bottom. A person does not transmit tumor until he's actually dead, even if he's fatally wounded, even if he's on his deathbed, he doesn't transmit tumor. According to Reish Lakish, who says Tanakam means heichalo, means you can debase yourself even if he's not fully dead. It says you're not tamei until he actually dies. This is actually accepted the halacha. So, in terms of transmitting tumor, you have to actually die. So, it could be that maybe even the Gemara accepts Reish Lakish halacha. But only, I think the Gemara only accepts it when it regards to a Kohen, because the word lehichalo is talking about a Kohen. By a Kohen, lehichalo, right? Debasing himself. Because there's a fundamental difference between the Isser of Tumah for a Kohen and the Isser of Tumah for a Nazir. The Isser of Tumah for a Kohen is because a Kohen is in exalted status, he has extra mitzvahs, he has to conduct himself in a more honorable fashion. And therefore, if a person is in the throes of dying, right, he's on his deathbed, or he's fatally wounded, or he's not dead yet, that's a pretty gory situation. It's debasing, just like a dead person is debasing to be around, or to be an OL, or to touch him. So too it's debasing to be a person who's fatally wounded. It's debasing the honor of the Kohen. However, when it comes to Nazir, it's not about honor. The reason that a Nazir is forbidden from coming in contact with a dead person is because a Nazir says, I'm going to be a delicate type of person, not an honorable person, a delicate type of person. I'm not going to, engage myself in burying people, right? I'm staying away from the space hakfaros, from burying people. That's what it's about, burying people. So when does the question of burying people come up? When the person's actually dead. When the person actually dies, until the words goses, right? Rov goes in lemisa, most goes and die, but some don't. So there's always hope. You never give up hope. I feel cherev chadam munach al svara shel adam. You have a sharp sword on your neck. You don't give up hope. But once the person actually dies, then you start preparing the burial. So by Nazir, this is actually probably accepted the halacha. By Nazir, that's when he has to actually be dead, because only when he's dead, right? Then the prohibition, because I'm taking a prohibition. I'm a mafunak. I'm a delicate person. I'm not going to engage myself in burying people. When it comes to a Kohen, the reason he's not allowed to get involved with Tuma is because it's degrading to him to be involved with gory stuff. A person who has blood, sprouting out of him because he's fatally wounded from a gunshot. So it's gory. You shouldn't be around that. So it's debasing for the Kohen. So that's accepted halacha for him. Maybe according to Shlakish, I just paskined over here. Hey, the Rambam paskin, Torah Shulchan actually paskined it. Then you ask who has miskal. So it must be that the Gemara accepted Reish Lakish's opinion over here. But maybe they only accepted Reish Lakish's opinion when it comes to, maybe Rabbi Yochanan didn't want to say that because according to Tanakh and Rebbe, they were saying it both for the Nazir and both for the Kohen. And maybe what the Rambam is paskin, and we accept Reish Lakish for at least regarding a Kohen, but regarding a Nazir, that would be like Rabbi Yochanan. Everyone would agree, like Rabbi Yochanan, he has to actually be dead, because by a Nazir, the Isser of coming in contact with Tuma is out of delicacy, and therefore I don't want to bury him, and that's only relevant once the person actually dies. I hope you enjoyed tonight's share. See you in the next one.